Hi, it's me again, Steve Krueger, and this is the next in my series of YouTube videos for you, the beginner. Now, I was debating on whether to upload this. This is a long video. I demonstrated how to come back and fix a few things, and I've said before, a lot of times with watercolor, if you go back and fix things, you just mess it up, but you decide. So here we go. All right, here we go. As I said, we're going to create a meadow or kind of a grassy meadow. Could turn into a wheat field, I don't know. But we're going to turn this into the foreground, and we're going to kind of make it subdued. So I've got my cadmium orange, hooker's green, burnt sienna, cadmium yellow, again, hooker's green. I got two hooker's greens. And then over here, I've got ultramarine blue in case I want to make it dark. So first thing, I have several brushes off to the side that are clean because I'm going to mix some colors here. So this again is inexpensive paper. It's that Canson XL. And we're just putting on an underlayment. We'll throw in a little bit of orange. Let's see. And we'll throw in some green. Now this is all going to dry dark. And I really don't want to mix, I don't know if I want to mix the green in with the orange. So let's throw in a little burnt sienna. That kind of mixes well with the hooker's green. Okay, now let's see, what do we want? Let's do a little yellow. Okay, what else do we need? Let's do some more green over here. Mix it in with this yellow. That'll get us kind of a different green. Tone down the other green. Okay. A little bit more up here. We'll do a little bit up here. Now, this paper buckles, but with this technique, you have to practice, practice, practice. And that's what makes it fun. You tape down your board. You have to have it ready to, oops, now I'm raising the board up here so everything's flowing down. And what do we got? We could have maybe a wheat field or something. Yeah, what do we think? That's good there. We got just a little spot here where we'll take care of that. Okay, you get the idea. I'll keep tipping this board up, and I'll be back probably when it's just semi-wet, show you what we can do. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back real quick. Notice we're getting some variations. Of course, this meadow, you don't want it all solid green, boring, boring, boring. So you want to get some definition, some yellows, burnt sienna. This is good right here. I put this burnt sienna in kind of dark, if you remember, so it dried a little bit quicker. This wet up against the, I put it in heavy, not real dark, kind of heavy pigment. So when this water runs up against the drier burnt sienna, you get this look. Okay, it's still wet. Now this is why I want you to do this on inexpensive paper. You have to run through, who knows, 10, 12, 15 sheets of paper. Just practice this. Tiny is everything on what I'm going to show you here. We'll probably lose these grassy looking dots when I use the spray bottle, but watch what happens. Because again, this is the underlayment. So I'm holding the spray bottle up about a foot. And see those droplets? That could be dandelions, who knows what. But if you do this while it's too wet, you'll lose these droplets. And if you do it too dry, you won't have any droplets. So we'll see what happens, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to use a hairdryer to try and lock these droplets in. All right, the paper is pretty dry. I hit it with a hairdryer. Now it's buckling, and this is what, of course, this is inexpensive paper, so that's what you're going to have to deal with. So it's buckling and coming down like this. So I'm going to just blot just a little bit. Okay, that's a good start. We're going to let this dry completely. This is the first step. Okay, let's take a look at this. You can almost stop, leave the meadow like this if you want, but I suggest just practice, practice. Keep doing this so you get the blooms. You lay in some paint fairly heavy up against wet, and you get this look. That's called a bloom. Now, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's see. We are going to we'll wet this down over here. And let's drop in some orange. Do I like that on against the green? No. Let's bring this up. And let's, as you see, I'm just tapping with this. Tap, tap, tap. That gets the droplets. Like I explained, you want droplets. And maybe we'll see what we can do here. Okay, let's drop in some yellow. And let's darken it up a little bit. This will be, we want contrast. So this is what we're going to do. Now let's bring it down. And we're going to run it all the way across. Blot a little. Now here's where I'm going to come in with some burnt sienna and the hooker's green. Real dark. Just kind of dab a little bit. We're going to bring it down like so. Notice I'm leaving some little spaces in. Now, to get this runny look that you're going to see, you have to come in dark. Okay, that's kind of good. Okay, here we go. Okay, kind of getting a slope here. Again, this is going to dry lighter. So now let's drop in. Notice I'm almost painting this onto the surface. Okay. We got some contrast here. Let's put in some real green, the hooker's green, and we'll bring that down. Oops, hopefully you can see that. All right, I know it's looking messy, but you can dab a little bit. And that gives it some grassy texture. Now, the trick is not to overwork it, which I'm almost kind of doing. So I'm going to dry this real off camera with the hair dryer, get it bone dry. Okay, I don't like this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to eliminate it and just leave. All right, we will let this dry and we'll do it again. I'll be back. All right. Was this a mistake? In watercolor, yes, of course you make mistakes. A lot of times you can't go back and fix it. So this is a good teaching moment. I am going to go back and fix this. Let's see. I'm going to show you. We'll do real dark here, just here, up here. And we're going to do real dark. I'm mixing burnt sienna and hooker's green, coming in real dark with another brush, clean brush. Going to lay in some yellow. And then lay green up against that. I'm going to mix this. I know it doesn't look all that good, that appealing, but we'll see what we can do with this. Okay, a little burnt sienna. Well, let's see. We'll do some water. And that like so. Now see how dark this is? We're going to walk this across the there we go. And we'll bring this down a little bit. Okay, that's kind of cool. And blot just a little bit. Now we got to see this line here. Bring that down. And let's drop in some real dark into that. Drop a little water in. Just plain water here. Now let's watch it run. Now I use a straw. You cut it to a fine point. Oops. Fine point, and then you can do a blunt point to get different grass looks. Okay. Am I liking this? No, I want to lighten that up just a little bit. Using the straw, bringing this down. Okay, are we liking this? Yeah, I think we are. Go like this, and then we'll bring that up like so. Okay, now let me show you. What am I going to show you? Can we get this? Sorry about that. Let me get this in. I'm going to drop some water right here, just plain water. Well, this water's kind of dirty, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do some blooms. One there, one there, one there, and one there. Now watch what happens. The idea is to get some contrast. Drop some water there. And we'll let that run down, see what we can get. And let's bring that down. Okay, I don't like this right here. So what? And this is a little too dark. I'm going to add a little water to these. I got a little bit too much pigment on there, so we'll just show you what happens there. Okay, we'll be back and let this dry. Okay, this was a blob down here, so I blotted. Just wanted to show you what happens when you blot. Let's see. Let this run down, see how we like that. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, let's see what happens if we hit this with the spray bottle. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of granulation there. I'll anchor it with the spray or with the hair dryer. Okay, I'm back. This is too boring. So I just blotted there and right there. That gives a little bit pizzazz. Okay, I'll stop. I'll be back. Okay, I reviewed my beginning of this demonstration, and I mentioned that watercolor dries dark. It's the exact opposite. If you come in dark with watercolor, it always dries lighter. So just remember that. Um, So a lot of teaching moments. I screwed up here. I kind of fixed it. I blotted to get contrast here. I showed you the spray bottle to get your dandelion or grass look. I showed you the straw to get your grass. Now let's see what it looks like. This is kind of a long video. Um, we're gonna just see what we got. Now I ran this tape. I forget if I mentioned I ran this tape over my one of my linty towels so that the paper doesn't come up. So there's the look. Forget that. I could make this the ocean down here. Let me just show you real quick. So let's say I don't like this right here. You can get rid of it. This with some plain water. Now again, this is inexpensive paper. This is that Canson XL, and this works best on smooth paper. If you work on a paper that has the grainy tooth, you get a different look. I could show you that later, but okay. So here we go. This is what we got. And we went through a lot of things, blotting, spray bottle, contrast. So just practice this. Okay, I know this has been a long video, but boring right here. So I'm going to put in some burnt sienna and some green off the palette here. And I'm going to show you how you can do a grass-like effect with a straw such as this. This is a McDonald's straw cut to a point. So here we go. We got to close this out. So put in some water. Just kind of bring that down. Now let's put some green in. Make it real dark. And putting some yellow in. Don't want to mess this up. Okay. Using a straw. And let's see, a dry brush. Where's my dry brush? We'll feather this in. And marry it up down here. Just using a dry brush. Let's see. Let's run this down. Kind of boring. Okay, you gotta be quick here. We'll drop in some orange. Just to brighten it up. Oop, was I in the camera? I hope I was. Okay. Just bringing it down, marrying it in. This is kind of boring, this green up here. So we'll just do it like so. Let's do a little bit of the spray bottle. And I'm lifting up the board. Okay, we're going to blot a little bit. Marry it in with the green here. Bring that up like so. Okay, then I could do some trees, do some clouds, but the main thing was just to show you kind of a fun technique. And oh, hurry up, Kruegers, come on. Put a few more. down like so with the straw, and I'll demonstrate this in another video, how to use this straw. Okay, that's it. And everybody have a wonderful day.